I'm Keith Humphrey, the Chief of Police for the Little Rock Police Department. This is a critical incident video designed to reflect transparency to the citizens of Little Rock in line with the pillars of 21st century policing. The purpose of this video is to provide information regarding the officer-involved shooting that occurred Sunday, April the 21st, 2019 at approximately 2:44 p.m. at Shackelford Crossing, located at 2618 South Shackelford. In this video, we will provide a narration of the incident, including video and police radio traffic capturing the incident. The incident began at approximately 2:44 p.m. when Little Rock Dispatch Center received a 911 call from a citizen regarding a suspicious person at the Shackelford Crossing Shopping Center. The person was standing in the roundabout just south of JCPenney. The person was described as a white male wearing a dark hoodie and a dark hat. The caller also stated that the person was armed with a handgun and had fired a shot into the air. Little Rock officers Ryan Steubenraw and Chandler Taylor responded to this call for service. Before the officers arrived at the location, Little Rock Communications upgraded the call to a possible disturbance with a weapon and informed the officers the person was last seen walking in the area of Edwin Watts Golf Store and BJ's Brew House, which are businesses located southeast from JCPenney. Both officers arrived on the scene at approximately 2:49 p.m. and began searching for the person in question. Officer Steubenraw locates a person matching the description walking east from the area of Edwin Watts Golf Store. This individual was later identified as Michael St. Clair, date of birth 6/4 of 1976, of Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Officer Steubenraw attempts to make contact with Mr. St. Clair, who flees on foot. Officer Steubenraw gave chase on foot and provides his location and direction of travel over his police radio. Officer Taylor, who was already on scene, responds to Officer Steubenraw's location to assist in the foot pursuit. Officer Taylor drives to an area south of the known location and direction of travel of the foot pursuit in an attempt to cut off the path of Mr. St. Clair. As Officer Steubenraw and Mr. St. Clair enter the north parking lot of Arby's, Mr. St. Clair pulls a handgun and points it in the direction of Officer Steubenraw and fires multiple shots. Officer Steubenraw returns fire at Mr. St. Clair with his issued service weapon. The foot pursuit continues around the west side of Arby's, where Mr. St. Clair sees that Officer Taylor has positioned himself to cut off his path. This causes Mr. St. Clair to briefly stop and attempt to run back in the direction he came. He then sees Officer Steubenraw and returns back toward Officer Taylor. At this point, Mr. St. Clair raises his handgun and points it at Officer Taylor, who fires multiple shots at Mr. St. Clair with his issued service weapon. Officer Steubenraw also fired additional shots at Mr. St. Clair. Mr. St. Clair was struck several times and was transported from the scene to Baptist Hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries. This is audio from the 911 call.
Little Rock 911.
Hi, I am at the Shackelford Crossing, and there was a man, and that has what looks like a gun, and it sounded like he shot the gun, and he's walking around the parking lot. He's a white man, about 5'8", in a dark hoodie and a dark hat.
Well, like a baseball hat?
I think so.
Okay. What business?
So.
What business are you in front of? Or more importantly, what business is he in front of?
Last I saw him, he was in past. Now he was at JCPenney.
Near JCPenney?
Yeah. JCPenney.
All right, give me one moment, okay? And you said Shackelford Crossing, right?
What?
Since you said it's Shackelford Crossing, did you see a gun or something that appeared to be a gun?
I don't know if it was a real gun, but I looked back after I heard the popping noise, and he was holding what looked like a gun. It might have been like a BB gun or something, but it was a handgun that he had, it looked like. Okay.
Was it, I'm sorry? Was it like a really loud pop, or was it like a...
It wasn't as loud. I don't know that it was a real gunshot. It wasn't super loud, but it was pretty loud. He's over by the golf store now. He's just wandering around, like, looking at people, and he has this handgun-looking thing. I don't know. It could be a BB gun, but...
Okay. And where's he at now?
Edwin Watts he's walking around a lot, but that's the last place we saw him, outside.
Okay. And where'd you say he's at now, ma'am? I'm sorry.
Edwin Watts is the last place I saw him. I don't see him right now, but he's walking around a lot in the parking lot.
Okay. In the parking lot, are you saying of Edwin? I'm not familiar. Is that a business there?
Edwin Watts. It's a business. It's a golf store, I believe, by BJ's, behind BJ's Brew House.
So you can no longer see him?
I can no longer see him.
Okay. What's your name, ma'am?
Caroline.
Okay. And you said it was a white male wearing a dark-colored hoodie, approximately 5'8", correct?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. And what color pants?
I think they were jeans. I'm not sure.
Okay. Do you have like a beard or anything like that?
His hair, I remember, I think it was dark and it was a little longish, and I think he might have had like a little bit of a beard, like stubble, but not like a full beard.
So he had long hair?
Longish hair. It was still short, but like not past his shoulders or anything, just a little past his ear maybe.
Okay. And he said a beard as well?
Not a complete beard. Just like a little bit of stubble, I think.
Okay. And you still can't see him, correct?
No, I don't see him anymore. We've driven away now.
You've driven away?
Yes.
All righty. Give me one moment. All righty. Well, thank you for calling, okay? We do have officers on the way to the area, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.
This is the audio from Little Rock Communications where Officer Steubenraw and Officer Taylor were dispatched.
1864.
64 Aldersgate.
Suspicious person, 2600 South Shackelford Road, 2600 South Shackelford Road at JCPenney's. It's going to be a white male, about 5'8", wearing a dark colored hoodie. He had a gun, and she then heard popping noises. It's back.
Young 61. I'm being right back.
Units en route to JCPenney. The caller doesn't know if it was a real gunshot, because it was extremely loud. Subject's now walking around looking at people. Units en route to JCPenney. This call has turned into a possible disturbance with a weapon. They're advising that the subject was last seen in the parking lot of Edwin Watts, some type of golf store. It's behind BJ's Brew House. Caller can no longer see the subject.
I got some pursuit. Black or white male, shake hands. Black hoodie, black baseball cap, running towards car wash, running east towards Shackford.
I in touch with traffic for Young 61.
She's running back now. Back west across Arby's. Lincoln 44, trying to be a little bit more clear. Shot fired! Shot fired! I got it! He's got a gun!
Okay.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Subject down. He's down! Show your hand! Show your hand! Patrol station. First units on scene advised. We're at the Arby's on Shackelford, right by Walmart. Give us some risky en route. Where you guys at? I'm pulling up. Behind the Arby's. We're behind Arby's. Subject is down. He's still moving. He still has a gun underneath him somewhere. Gun secure. Going straight, ma'am. Gun is secure. 44. How many suspects do you have? Just that one? One suspect, sir.
Is the scene secure for medical and rescue?
10-9. Scene is secure. Suspect. Go ahead and have medical come on in and have them come on the Shackleford Crossing entrance.
This is the Dashcam video from Officer Stubenraw.
Disturbance. When we contacted them, there was an accident. White Toyota. Hill 53. You
want to go around that way? I'm going to circle around this way.
Sounds good.
Hill 53, incident number is 47840. 47840. Dispatch at 1423. Big floor.
Yeah, so we still public service for
The negative, the caller is no longer 97.
I've got him here walking towards Walmart. Hey man, come here. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Come here. Let me see your hands. Come back over here. I got foot pursuit, black or white male khaki pants, black hoodie, black baseball cap, running towards car wash, running east towards Shackleford. You running back south? Back west across Arby. Shut down! Shut down!
2600 South Shackleford.
He's down! Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! 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 Let me see your hands! Do not move! I can't see his hands! Go down! Let me see your hands! Do not move! I have you in hands over here. Legal cover. Legal cover on his head. Legal cover on his head. Move! Come secure, go and start moving.
This is a surveillance video from a nearby business, Tacos for Life. This is a cell phone video taken by a citizen.
Police chasing somebody who got a gun, y'all. Hold on. 3 hours gonna sit. Oh! They shoot! They shoot! They shoot! They shooting! Oh! 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 He's shooting at the police! He's shooting at the police! He's shooting at the police! Oh shit! He's shooting at them! Oh! 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 Yo! Yo! Oh! Oh my God, y'all! They got to kill him, y'all! Oh! I can't get the oh! Oh my God! 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 Ah! Oh! 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 Y'all! This man shooting at the police!
This is dashcam video from Officer Taylor.
Put the gun on the ground! Put the gun on the ground! He's got a gun! He's got a gun! Put the gun on the ground now! Put the gun on! Shots fired! Shots fired! Subject down. Show your hands! Show your hands! Right now! Hands! Let me see your hands! I got him. Don't move! Do not move! Do not move! He's hiding it! He's hiding it! I can't see his hands! Do not move! Do not move! Stop moving! Stop moving! Stop moving! Move your hands! We're at the Arby's on Shackford, right by Walmart. Let me see your hands! Thank you. Behind Arby's. We're behind Arby's. Subject is down. He's still moving. He still has a gun underneath him somewhere.
move! Do not move! Do not move! I need lethal cover. Lethal cover on his head. Lethal cover on his head. Okay. Go to start, man. Our gun is secure. All right. Oh, God. One pistol. It's right here. He straight up pointed that gun at me, dude. Me too, Sheriff. Hey, could you go turn my sirens off, dude?
Lastly, this is surveillance video from a nearby business.